There are 19 signs you're a genius. The human mind has 19 signs that you're a genius. It's a wondrous, perplexing thing that's brought us to this technological utopia. That we live in today's world of iPhones, computers, and the internet. None of these would have been possible without the contributions of geniuses, but how can you tell? If you're wondering if you're a part of this legion of superminds, you're in luck because the best health's genius hive mind is here to tell you that's correct, and here are some examples. Signs that you're a genius: want to make the most brilliant move you've ever made. Not only do you get a notification if you click subscribe and hit the bell, but you also get a notification if you don't. To do so, you must be a genius, but it will make you even smarter. Our advice on how to identify if you're a genius, how to flirt, and how to eat well. Plus a whole lot more. The true indicator of intelligence, according to Einstein, is knowledge isn't the same as intelligence, it's imagination. I know, said Socrates, that I am intelligent because I am aware of my own ignorance. Psychologists and philosophers have been attempting to answer this question for centuries. Intelligence is the moving target, so figure out what indications to look for. It has been credited to some of the world's most powerful forces. The most important discoveries that have molded our culture into what it is now. That being said, if you do any of the following, it could indicate that you are one of the individuals who have come to make the world a better place. The first genius sign is that you enjoy being alone, according to research. It has also been discovered that people with higher IQs are less social. Despite this, interaction actually detracts from a person's overall happiness. One of the positive aspects of a happy life is social interaction. High IQ people would rather avoid it and concentrate on their work. You have a lot of worries, which is a genius sign number 2. Intelligent people are more likely to have a broad imagination and plan ahead of time, which is beneficial in many situations. Causes anxiety. Several studies have been carried out on those who are afflicted with these people had a lot of anxiety, and the results showed that they were extremely intelligent. When people speak, their mental processors are extremely powerful. They are extremely self-aware and have a high level of self-awareness. Can detect any form of danger before anyone else does. Number 3 is a genius sign that you may be suffering from a mental illness. This isn't to suggest that everyone with a mental illness is intelligent, but scientists are the exception. Have discovered that having a high IQ in children is linked to having a higher IQ as an adult. In addition to the risk of developing bipolar disorder later in life, some of the world's finest minds have all shown evidence of bipolar disorder, including Lord Byron, as Vincent van Gogh, the genius of Virginia Woolf, and Ernest Hemingway. If someone with a disability has a different approach to reality, number 4, you have a different approach to reality. If a person with a high IQ believes the truth about anything does not fit, they will not stay to it. They are always coming up with fresh ideas and evidence to back them up. According to a recent study, people with higher intelligence have been demonstrated to go away from the norm. They believe that a more liberal attitude to life is preferable to a more conservative approach. They've come to help those who have been trapped in society's comfort zone. Sign number 5 indicates that you have a high level of trust for someone with a high level of trustworthiness. Intelligence will make others trust you more, but it can also make you appear foolish in the perspective of others. A poll was done among others, and it was discovered that extremely clever persons, because it had a favorable influence on them, they were more likely to trust others. Their emotional and physical well-being. 6th sign of brilliance: you swear. A lot of highly bright individuals don't think it's necessary. Because of their ability to believe that society requires it, they filter their words. Get out of their comfort zone. They are never afraid to express themselves. A study found that a person's ability to invent swear words is linked to their intelligence. The reason for this is that it is closely linked to a higher intelligence. To pair a slur with a profound idea or sentence, you need focus and intelligence. Which highly intelligent people do you think have genius sign number 7? Being sedentary. Because of how this action is carried out, many people may misinterpret it. However, according to some studies, laziness is linked to doing nothing. According to a study, people with high intelligence are lazy because they are intelligent. People do their best thinking when they are more focused on their thoughts. They are in a fixed position, whether they are laying down or sitting. Those with high intelligence need to be comfortable on the couch or in bed. If you want to be a creative genius, sign number 8 is your night owl. According to a survey, highly clever people find it difficult to go to school. It has been discovered that a higher IQ is linked to a better life starting at a young age. In adulthood, there is increased nighttime behavior. According to the findings, youngsters with an IQ of 100 or higher have a higher chance of succeeding in life. Fewer than 75 around 11:40 p.m., I went to bed and awoke at 7:20 a.m. Children with an IQ of more than 125 went to bed around 1:30 a.m. on weeknights. At 7:52 a.m., I awoke. Let's take a break for a moment and think about what you think about when. When most people think of genius, they think of Albert Einstein. Einstein, or a neurologist, perhaps you might categorize a particular musician as a. However, as you can see from our list, being a genius does not always imply being brilliant. That's right, it has to do with a high IQ. The method you acquire new information and knowledge is used to calculate and measure intelligence. However, smart people don't have to be brilliant in order to be successful. To be geniuses, they must be exceptionally intelligent. In fact, they may have to attend school. Instead of succeeding at test scores and spelling being average. Instead of a box set of academic talents, geniuses apply their abilities in the actual world. Expectations and rules. Here are a few more examples of genius. Have nothing to do with intelligence. Genius sign number 9. Consider your options before acting. While you may curse like a sailor, you choose your swears carefully. Instead of speaking with their mouths open, these unorthodox geniuses actually think. Before they say it, they think about what they want to say. They may eschew humor or witty demeanor, preferring to take their time. Number 10 is a brilliant sign that requires a response. Geniuses who aren't afraid to be wrong. Knowing they aren't always the sharpest person in the room, and that they aren't always right. They're at ease with that, and they're also at ease with admitting any mistakes. Errors and flaws. They'll think about. Genius sign number 11. Problem solvers. Their issues and attempt to find actual answers to them as soon as possible. When it comes to interim repairs, genius sign number 12 is non-aggressive. You're genuinely smart because you know how to keep your calm. Otherwise, constructive dialogue will be more difficult to have, therefore they'll attempt to settle it. Rather than seeking them out, they trust their instincts, which is genius sign number 13. Genuinely wise people understand the importance of trusting their instincts and following them. They continue with their gut decision to avoid urges and retain focus. Away from their whims and concentrate on their long-term objectives. Number 14 is a genius sign. Attempt to contribute. Intelligent people will enrich a conversation and help to break the ice. When they believe they can make a valuable contribution, they will remain silent. They don't get up just to fill the silence, they get up when they think the people listening will be interested. Take advantage of what they say. Number 15 is a genius sign that offers a variety of alternatives. Will not be combative or nitpicky, but will instead respectfully present their ideas. They will try to persuade people to see their point of view and will use logic and reasoning to do so. Alternate points of view. Genius sign 16. They think for themselves. They will not allow other people's beliefs or opinions to govern their lives. Don't do something only to fit in. Believe that the majority of people are always correct. Number 17 is a brilliant sign. The brain. Operating in a state of flux. Various mental states and viewpoints are possible. They may be unsure about distinct strengths and shortcomings as a result of this. Their desires and ambitions are strong, but it's for the purpose of genius sign number 18 that they don't have them. Concern for other people's viewpoints. Geniuses are self-sufficient and will take care of themselves. They are free to believe whatever they choose as long as it does not harm others. Genius sign number. There's an old joke about you talking to yourself that goes like this. If you talk to yourself, you're not insane. If you respond well, you're insane. If you do either, psychologist Gary Lupin performed an excellent job. Interesting experiment to demonstrate the link between self-talk and success. 20 volunteers were shown goods in a shop and asked to describe them. Half of them were told to recite their names to themselves in order to recall them. For example, banana or Nutella, whereas the other half stayed silent at the end of the session. Self-directed speech benefited people in finding a few objects, according to the findings. This study demonstrated to the globe that silent ones are seconds faster than silent ones. Talking to yourself improves memory and may indicate that you have a problem. Do any of these indications apply to you? If so, you could be in trouble. You could be a genius, but you're already one because you've decided to be one. To subscribe to this channel, and that brings us to the end of our video about geniuses. Rather than any indicators of being a genius, we forgot to watch Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty, although to be honest, you need a high IQ to understand Rick and Morty. Jokes by Morty apart from that, what did you learn from our list? Did you discover anything new? Tell us about a time when you were a secret genius in the comments box. This video, oh great-minded one, was relished beneath all of your amazing thoughts. Please like and share this video with your friends, as well as subscribing to our channel. Thank you for viewing and please come back for more films like this.